It's the 1st of December and Beijing can't seem to wait for the year to end. It's been a rough year for them. 2025 has been about a struggling economy, a shake-up in the military and Trump's tariffs. Together, they have tested China's patience and resilience. But from the looks of it, the next year will bring no respite because the Chinese system is still under strain and the pressure is only building. Let's start with the military. China's defense sector is under fire. A new report has just come out and it paints a grim picture for China's biggest military firms. They lost 10% of their revenue in 2024. China's biggest defense firms lost 10% of their revenue in the last year. That's a major drop. And the reason was corruption. This report links corruption within the PLA, the People's Liberation Army, the Chinese army, to the falling defense revenue. It hit several major arms contracts. Many deliveries were delayed and some were cancelled altogether. This could have been an outcome of the sweeping investigations too and the high-level purges in the top brass. These investigations disrupted planning. They slowed down China's military machine. And in comparison, look at how others performed. How much money defense firms made in 2024 elsewhere. In Japan, revenues grew by 40%. In Germany, by 36%. Even in the United States, they posted gains. Revenue went up by 3.8%. But in China, the defense industry lost 10%. That's a steep fall. So perhaps it should not come as a surprise that China turned to information warfare this year. You may remember what happened during Operation Sindoor. China launched a disinformation campaign. It used artificial intelligence, fake accounts, and AI-generated images to discredit India's defenses and to promote Chinese weapons. But the campaign failed. Reports say it did not get any traction. It just betrayed the desperation of China's defense companies, which have lost 10% of their revenue in the past year. That's one crisis they're dealing with. Then we have the Chinese economy. It is flashing red too. There was a major development over the weekend. This is about the data from private real estate deals, specifically the monthly home sales. China has decided to withhold this data, monthly home sales data. They won't publish it. Two major firms publish this data every month. Usually they aggregate data from the top 100 developers and publish it. This is important because home sales are a key metric to assess where the Chinese economy is headed. But now that there's a lot of bad news, China is going after the data. So don't expect home sales numbers for the month of November. Reports say this order came from the government, from the Housing Ministry of China. And look at the timing. Just days after the crisis at Vanke. We told you about it on the show. Vanke is a major developer of China. It is also a state-owned company. And it could be on the brink of default. Last week, Vanke had to repay a loan. And for the first time, it asked for an extension. This was a local bond, meaning the lenders are from China. And the delay was last minute. That's a clear sign of trouble. And this is a state-owned developer we are talking about. Vanke was seen as stable. It was seen as a safe bet in China's real estate market. If this company is under pressure, then it's hard to say who's safe. And this comes as trust in China's official data remains low. So the signals are all stacking up. China's military is facing purges and dealing with falling revenue. And on the economic front, one of their biggest developers is signaling distress. Together, they point to one thing. It's a system under growing strain.
They promised glory. They delivered fear. They shaped nations. They scarred generations. From brutal purges to propaganda machines, from stolen power to violent falls from the throne. Welcome to The Dictator, a series that strips away the myth and then exposes the men behind the tyranny. History remembers their power. Firstpost reveals their truth.